And I'm not going to lie to you. It looks like that skin that's in the battle pass in Fortnite right now. It looks like it's
and welcome to Jinxed With Minx, a podcast and YouTube show where we cover all things film, fandom, and horror. I'm your host, Nathaniel Minx, filmmaker, video editor, creator, drag artist, fandom geek, cult leader, all-around creative being, and soon-to-be engaged to Waluigi. Thank you all so much for joining us today for our very first episode of Jinxed With Minx. It's finally happening! Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so happy to have you all here. There has been so much hard work that has gone to this show before we even have gotten started, and I'm just happy that we're finally here now, and I'm so excited to get into this. Yay! It's happening! Woo! Today I am so thrilled to be joined by an amazing friend of mine, especially as the first guest that we are having on this show ever. She is an actor, a singer, a voiceover artist, a streamer, and also my arch nemesis who I have killed multitude of times in Fortnite, CassParTheFriendlyGhost! Hi, Cass. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. I have a couple questions I want to ask you, just so that way people can get to know you a little bit more. What are your pronouns? What is your favorite horror movie? And who is your favorite character to play in Mario Kart?
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, my pronouns are she, her. Thank you for asking.
Love it.
My favorite horror movie, that's a very tough question because I feel like horror covers a really wide breadth of movies. I would probably say Ghostbusters. People don't necessarily consider it a horror movie because it's more of a comedy, but there are so many things in that movie, especially the score. It is scored like a horror movie. So for me, that would be my favorite, and I'm taking no criticism at this time or ever in perpetuity for the rest of my life.
I think it's a horror movie.
I think it is too. I think it's a scary. I think it's a
scary
movie.
Well, also horror comedy, like if you look at Scream and everything, like there's horror comedy in that too.
100%.
Yeah, there's a place 100%.
For it. So I think it is. I definitely think it's a horror movie, even if it is also a comedy.
Yeah.
And what was the last question?
Who's your favorite character to play in Mario Kart?
Oh my God, Toad. No
yes!
questions.
Can
no questions. It's always
taste?
Toad on the Zelda motorcycle with the Animal Crossing umbrella.
Cass does a killer Toad impression. Do you mind? Can we just get like a little taste of it?
Watch the Boulet Brothers drag something or other, the origin of Minx! Yeah!
I hate you so much.
You're so welcome.
So, for our episode today, we are going to be going over the cast reveal for the Boulet Brothers Dragula Titans, which Dragula has been around since late 2016 for 4 seasons now, plus a Resurrection special, but this is their first ever quote-unquote All-Stars season that they are calling Titans, which I think is a very good name for it because just with the caliber of drag and just the whole vibe of what Dragula brings, like top-notch, top of their game, the peak of artistry, like no better name for it.
Well, I think that it like Dragula, I think what's really cool about that show and the type of drag that they showcase, horror is such a huge piece of drag.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you just look at something like Twitch, like there are so many queens that stream on Twitch and they play things like Dead by Daylight and Resident Evil and all these, like, horror is so intrinsically infused in drag because it is like horror is like a heightened medium. If you look at a lot of different horror movies, like it is heightened and some of it is completely absurd, which is a huge part of what drag showcases is the absurdity of some of these things. So like I think that Dragula's presence in the drag world is really important because if you look at RuPaul's Drag Race, like we love RuPaul. We love what RuPaul has done for drag.
Of course.
But I feel like horror queens get the boot super duper early.
And even just alternative artists too. Like they just if you're not cookie cutter pageantry everything, you're either written off as the weird or the spooky one, or you're just not even given a spot in the first place.
I feel like horror drag goes underappreciated because it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't make its presence any less valuable. So the fact that the Boulet Brothers are just focusing on all of these alternative. I think it's important, and I think it's beautiful, and I think it's just an interesting piece of drag that a lot of people maybe only experience at like Halloween when they go to see a drag show at Halloween. It's like you might see these more, you know, pageanty look comedy camp queens. You might see them kind of, which is wonderful. And it's like, you might see them deviate off into some horror for Halloween, but like horror is 365, 24/7.
Exactly.
Like, you know, we can enjoy year round, and we can enjoy their artistry year round, even if people don't necessarily think of horror as like a year-round thing.
Yeah. And I really like how you said like how like sometimes like of course like other artists will kind of like dip into the alt and like grunginess, that side of drag, but it's nice to see that artists who wouldn't really have a chance otherwise, or like at their home bars or something, who don't get as many bookings just because of the main perspective of drag and artistry that they come from. It's nice to just see them like be showcased and just like, I'm gonna sound like such the Boulet's pet, but I love what they do so much, and just what they stand for, and just like they're a huge influence on me. They're a huge reason like as to why I started drag, and the road that Minx has taken has mainly because I look up to them so much. Oh, also, there's something that I needed to show you for when you're on the episode. I need to show you something. Okay. Oh my god.
Okay.
1 second. So, Cliff, my lovely roommate, for all our lovely listeners, we love Cliff. Hi, Cliff.
We love Cliff.
Yes, we love Cliff.
Clifferton Cliftoffelies.
So, Cliff got me a little bit of a present.
Oh, cute. I love gifts.
There were only 500 of these, and I'm holding it in my hand right now. But, like, I have my tweet notifications for everything that the Boulets put out. Somehow I missed this. I don't know how, but in my hands, I have one of the 500 Happy Halloween Boulet Brothers Titan themes, like Halloween greeting cards.
Oh, cute!
But there's more. Inside, it is a handwritten by them, to our ghoul, Mystic Minx, Happy Halloween, love the Boulet Brothers.
Oh, that's cute.
I know.
Cliff wins Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah.
It's an early Christmas present. I love it.
It's so good.
It's so cute.
Because Cliff told me, like, you're gonna want to film this. And I was like, okay. So I, like, just put my phone up in the car. And, like, I started crying when I saw this. It's just, I'm gonna frame this and hang on to it forever. And just...
You should.
Yeah. So, Cliff, just thank you so much. I love you. I'll never forget this. Because when I went to the Season 4 tour, like, I got to meet them and everything, which is amazing. And I had my pictures. But I also got, like, a bunch of, like, nice... Like, I got a signed poster and everything. But all that's currently in Pennsylvania still, so it's nice that like I now have my own.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta get all your goodies out here. We need this white room. We need to be doing
I know we need
here.
some wall decor so bad.
Man, I'm gonna just come up and we're gonna like design on a dime. I'm gonna find you some sticky wallpaper.
Come on up. I would love
Yeah,
that.
I will. Well, once you get in a drag show, I will try to make my way.
Yeah,
north.
I found a couple bars, but we still have to wait till she turns 21. 4 more months.
That's
4 more
fine.
months. We are still one day out from Titans premiering. It premieres tomorrow at the time we're filming this, and I'm so excited. They're doing a 2-episode premiere.
I'll be watching.
But it's gonna be so much fun because we're gonna have like a giant mega episode next week. It'll also be way more fun on my editing timeline, but that's okay. Of course, we can't even begin to talk about this season without meeting our monsters of the season. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through each of the little cast promo photos. We're gonna talk, yes, we're gonna talk about the looks, but what I really want the show to be is just talking about the artistry and appreciating people and artists do what they do best. So we're just gonna talk about our thoughts, what we think, some of our theories about the season, and all that fun stuff and anything and everything in between. And of course, we can't start off without talking about none other than the bros themselves, the super Boulet bros. I was trying to make a Mario joke, but it didn't quite land. But, of course, we need to talk about the Boulet brothers. They look so
Yes,
fucking good. Like this, like these giant, like, I don't even know, like it's not tentacles, it's not feathers, it's not spikes. I guess they're kind of spikes. Whatever they are, I fucking love this.
it's like, it's giving like, it's like a combo between very like spider web, but it also, it's giving like latex Elvira.
Yes. She's actually a guest
Like
judge on this.
is she really? I love her. I'm actually, fun fact, I'm named after her.
Yes, that's right.
I think that's wonderful, especially since like she came out herself here recently.
Yes, every single promo, they just level it up more and more. And as we're gonna see, like with the themes of this promo, because they usually for their promos they have like a black and red theme, and that's just across the board what everybody kind of does. But for this promo, they actually like didn't have a theme for it at all. It was just kind of do what you do best, show what you want to show, which I think is super cool. But yeah, they look fucking amazing. I'm so excited, and just the empire that they built is just amazing. But let's get into our first official monster. First up, who we have next is the one, the only, coming to us all the way from season 3, Evah Destruction. I am so excited to see Evah back on our screens again. Their pronouns are she, her, and they, them. And this like whole werewolf vibe and everything, I dig it so much. On her main season, I love how she opened up about like some of her childhood backstory and everything, and how she, like, a huge part of her drag is how she just is fully head to toe just covered in hair.
Oh my god, yes, that's the first thing I noticed.
It was really nice because at first, like on her season, like I think it was episode 2 where she was like, I'm gonna go full chest hair, and like she had never done that in drag before, to where now like her drag is fully turned into like this werewolf monster, because originally like she had a huge like clown aesthetic on season 3, and now it's just transformed into all this werewolf, hairy, just full on jock strap, everything. I think it's amazing. She looks great.
Yeah, I think as we're like not entering, but like being in this more prominent time of people like exploring gender fluidity and gender identity. And like I think I am so compelled by seeing drag artists who are giving you the feminine slay, but are still proudly showing their body hair, how their bodies look, not always embracing like a super feminine hourglass kind of look. Like looking at Evah, like I love that I can see all of her leg hair and that she's not like cinched to the gods. Like we're seeing her form. And I think it's a really like beautiful celebration, not only of gender fluidity and playing with gender and being able to say that like gender doesn't, like feminine gender does not mean hairless, you know, like that's even for people who like identify as women, like it's constantly, you have to shave your legs, you have to shave your armpits, you have to do all of this stuff. No,
I've heard it all already.
You don't have to do that at all.
No.
And Evah's giving us like a beautiful celebration of all of that. And I saw a drag queen at TwitchCon who had like was in the full cinched feminine, and she was also on Dragula at one point and was giving us like the full mustache.
Was it bitch puddin'?
Yes, it was. It was bitch puddin'.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I was absolutely just in love with that, and I think that drag does provide a very safe space for the most part. I know that people get shady online sometimes, but like I think that it's a really like wonderful way to explore what gender means and then what things make, quote unquote, like make gender, because that's the whole point of this entire movement right now of people being like, no, feminine doesn't have to just be A, B, and C. It can be all of these other things because these are the things that make me feel feminine, you know, and just embracing your body as it is such a powerful mindset to be in. So using horror and then also letting your body inform your drag, like stepping away from the clown and being more of the werewolf. Like there's comedy in that, there's power, there's healing, because I'm sure because of the body hair that there's some trauma in there as well of people like making fun of.
Yeah, she opened up about a lot of,
you know, so it's a great way to be like, nah, bitch, this is my thing and you don't get to take the power away from me.
Yes. Yeah. I love it.
I'm living too. It's the paint is perfect. The hair is perfect. I love it.
Okay. So next up we have Yovksa, also from season 3, just like Evah. I believe Evah and Yovksa are only 2 from season 3. I love this look so much, because Yovksa is one of the many masked artists to grace the Dragula stage. Their whole aesthetic, at least from what we saw in season 3, is that they usually always have like some form of a mask involved, which I think is really cool. We've seen some really great masked artists on Dragula before. Unfortunately, we haven't quite seen one yet that has made it super far into the competition, but your placement on a competition doesn't determine how good you are as a drag artist. Because Yovksa is fucking killer. Also, by the way, for Yovksa, pronouns she, her, they, them. I think this is a very interesting artist to talk to you about, because Yovksa is also a streamer on the lovely Twitches. They mainly stream Identity 5, which I think is a game that I've told you about before, because it's basically, it's a similar, like, 1v4 Dead by Daylight type game. That is huge overseas.
Incredible.
This, I think, is super cute. Like, this teddy bear with, like, the mask, because in the reveal promo, like, that little, like, blue face with the little checker mark on it, she takes it off, and then all of a sudden it's just this, like, green skull with all this, like, slime and goop coming out. A detail that I especially love is, you see, like, the monster feet and everything, but there's also fully heels underneath it.
Oh my god, yeah, I was noticing those heels.
So
like,
funny.
Those heels are insane.
I know. I'm like, I'm not a stickler for, like, there must always be a heel. Like, I wear combat boots pretty much all the time, but I still think, like, that's such a funny, like, little detail. And, like...
Well, yeah, and then it's, like, it's the full teddy bear foot with, like, the talons at the same time, but then it's like, yes, God, I have a 5-6 inch heel on at the same time with a platform on it as well. And, like, I can't even begin to imagine how she walks in this.
Oh god,
because it looks like it just, like, all of the stuffing and, like,
it must be like hot in there.
Oh my god, it's got to be so warm. It's got to be so warm.
Because if you're on the promo, like, you're on set for a full day in that.
Yeah, like, you're just, like, living in that, and that has to be like so warm. And this is such a, like, delightful, like, horror driven, like, because it's very, like, intentional, but it's also kind of making a mockery of that waist cinch because of how pronounced the hips are. It also gives it, like, because of the skeleton, it's giving me, like, hard, like, pelvis. You know what I mean? Like, the actual shape of a skeleton, like, of the pelvis. It's giving that in such, like, a heightened form. And then to think of the fact, like, teddy bears are typically just stuffed. They don't have a skeleton, like, when you're looking at an actual teddy bear. So, like, it's a lot of, like, interesting, like, combinations of stuff. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks like that skin that's in the battle pass in Fortnite right now. It looks like it's the same colors as that flipping bear.
Oh my god.
I saw it the second the picture came up, and I was like, oh my god, yes, give me this, like, this horror Fortnite moment. Like, let's go.
I hate you so much.
I know. I couldn't help it. Like, that's exactly what, it's the exact same color.
Right,
I'm living.
You're right.
It is. It's that bear. But, like, if that bear did meth repeatedly for many years, like, but I love all of, like, the cross blending of a lot of different things. And it's just a really fun look. It is very different. Yeah, it's really different. And I love that there is a commitment to an aesthetic that is not just, like, glam beauty, which I think is important
to see. I think and I want to see some masked artists get some freaking justice. Because
I think it's just nice diversity that it's like drag doesn't always have to have a beautiful paint for it to be drag. Like, it can be, like, this is still drag.
Drag is
like,
really
it's incredibly heightened. It's exactly. Exactly. I love it. I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
Scary as hell. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Next up, we have the one, the only Kendra Onixx. Hailing all the way from season 2, pronouns she, her. This look is very campy to me.
I love it. I feel like she walked into a Spirit Halloween and got that off the rack and turned it into this, like, incredible dress.
Kendra is a bad bitch who I am so excited to see back, because this is actually her 3rd time doing Dragula. She was on season 2, she was on the Resurrection special, and now she's here as a Titan, which I completely, like, I don't think this season could have happened without Kendra, because she has such a personality that like every time that she's on screen, whether she's just brushing a wig or killing bitches in extermination challenges, I'm just like, Kendra, I love you. Like, it's just...
Yeah, she looks like she eats. Like,
one of my favorite moments, she was in the military, like fully trained
Really?
Yes, she's fully trained military and everything. And the episode that she revealed at, episode 2, season 2, she was in the extermination challenge in the bottom 6, but it was a fucking paintball war, and Kendra full on was like, target acquired, and like just took those bitches down.
I think that's incredible. I understand
so
from a watch perspective, you're like, oh my God, she's gonna fucking slay this. Like, and you don't know, but it's like the production had to know. And it's like, let's put a fucking paintball challenge in and watch this bitch go off.
Yeah, she also does like fire stunts and everything. Like she does fire breathing and everything. Which she actually opened up on the Resurrection special, because one time she actually got like severely burned on her face. Like she thought she wasn't gonna do drag again. Like
oh my God.
Obviously it was terrifying because nobody like really came to help her at first when it initially, like right in the moment as it went down. And just to see her overcome that fear in Resurrection while she didn't win, like I really feel like, as she said in the trailer for Resurrection, we got Kendra 2.0, and I'm fucking ready for Kendra 3.0. I can't wait. She's just a good time. And this hair is gorgeous.
Yes.
The sculpture.
It's giving it's giving me like 30s, 40s, like old Hollywood, like vaudeville, and especially like if she does fire as well. Like that's a very like vaudeville
and can snipe a bitch from across the field.
Yeah, and she can also absolutely kill someone at 300 yards out. Like absolutely.
Honestly,
but yeah,
let's
like
Fortnite with her. Let's do it.
Oh my God, Candy, that'd be dope.
Kendra
no, but like
Fortnite.
I love this. I love this whole thing, and I love that there is this like just like sense of play, like with the gloves and like the like it's just very like playful and fun, and it's like a lighter side of horror, but then like her paint is very like beautiful, but also like she is bleeding from the eyeballs. So like it's such a fun like combination of like different things that you see in horror that like is just very enjoyable to look at.
And especially with like the plain black with the skeleton, this could have not read so easily. Like it could have...
Oh my God, it's very elevated.
She did
like
such a good job with it.
You know exactly what the intention was, and the intention is absolutely received.
Yes. And she also does a Dragula review show every week, and she definitely will be doing it since she's on this season.
Off,
so
queen.
Y'all make sure you're checking us out on YouTube and also wherever you can listen to podcasts. But also check out Kendra's. It's called Dragula Boo View. I watch it every week. It's amazing. Next up, I'm so excited for this next one. We have the one, the only, Miss Victoria Elizabeth Black. Holy fuck, this look.
Yes.
She looks amazing. Coming from season 2 and Resurrection, pronouns she, her. I'm just gonna talk about the elephant in the room right away. Like, I think a lot of people for this season see Victoria as the winner, if not at least top 3, because she was so close in season 2. She did amazingly on Resurrection, but then she said in Resurrection that she doesn't want to win Resurrection, because whoever wins Resurrection, which ended up being Saint, won their way onto season 4. But Victoria, like, said on the special, I don't want to win Resurrection. I want to compete against the best of the best, like, all winners with the Titans of Dragula. And now here we are with the season called Titans, and Victoria's here. So, like, just, like, I'm just excited.
Yes.
I feel like she's waited years for this. I know I, like, am not on the level of any of these artists yet, but like no matter what level of drag I'm at, if I walked in and I saw Victoria, I would be just terrified because that bitch came to play. And this whole Frankenstein aesthetic is just amazing. I think my favorite thing about it is the hair, because I just love this like giant, like just sculpted green.
Yeah, it's
not
very
like
bright of Frankenstein.
Yes.
It's got like lots of different, like you get a lot of texture and a lot of like variety, especially because like the green on the silk on the dress, like kind of how the light hits it, it kind of is changing colors. So you get this kind of like vomit, sickly green, and then down the middle it's like bright lime. But like that wig as well, like, and how it kind of fuses down into like a little bit of the makeup, and then the lip looks kind of purple black from my contacts is really good. And then like just this like bedazzled skeleton, like the rib cage that's happening, and all these like sharp angles on the hips and the shoulders, like the shoulders like super 80s, which is when horror was really at like its true height. Like all
and
of
the nails, I love like the
like the nails are like, And these shoes,
yes,
like,
get the shoes, baby, get the shoes.
Like, that might honestly be the largest front, like, platform I have ever seen on a shoe in my life.
I'm just thinking about that clip on America's Next Top Model where they had, like, the girls walk in those shoes, and, like, girls are straight up, like, their ankles were horizontal at the end of that challenge, and, like, holy
Well, and that's
God,
just, like, that's practice.
Yeah.
Like, that's someone who said, if I'm going to wear these, like, I'm going to learn how to own these. And that's all, like, that's all shoes like that are, but it's, like, the power. And I'm sure she's got some videos rocking around in her house, you know, just like, you know, like the wipeout and everything else.
She's from Florida, and she also works, I believe it's for Halloween Horror Nights. Like, she's one of, like, the main set designers and everything.
Oh my God. Okay, Universal.
Well, on the Resurrection special, like, they all had to do it from home just with what they had. This bitch built a full, like, witch's hut, a whole, like, morgue and everything for her looks. And, like, on season 2, one of her main critiques that she would get is, we're like, Victoria, you're so good at making these, like, prosthetics and, like, these characters that we want to see the drag come in a little bit more. And so, like, just the level that Victoria is operating at is truly only unique to her.
Very high. And, like, people, like, the other competitors in the season are going to benefit from being in the room with her.
Yes.
Like, because again, like, for you to work for Universal and to design all of this stuff, like, her knowledge base of horror in general is probably insane.
Yes.
Like, just on another level. So, like, the other queens that are going to compete against her on this season, like, are going to walk away stronger, regardless of how they might feel about her, because we all know that it can get really catty and it's reality TV.
Yeah, and it's Dragula, like, it's
and
like...
it's so, like...
You're also fighting for your life in a way.
Yeah, on everything. It's like you're trying to walk away the winner, so the game faces on, but, like, the level that she's bringing into only serves to elevate the show itself around her.
And just like Kendra, and literally for every single one on this season, of course I want to see, like, everyone who's been on Dragula come back, but I truly don't think we could have had a Titans without Victoria. Just amazing.
She looks wild.
Iconic. All right, everybody, so we are about halfway through the look, so we are just going to take a quick little break, but we will be back in just a minute. Make sure to go grab a snack, grab some water, use the restroom, finish up the sacrifice that you have locked in your closet, and we will be back in just a second. Hello, my little Minxies. I know, it's me again. Are you having a good time? Are you enjoying the show? Are you drinking water? Are you resting? Have you gotten your daily murder quota? Good. If you're looking for more culty and spooky fun after today's episode, make sure you check out both Nathaniel Minx and CassParTheFriendlyGhost on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And fuck it, follow the socials for the Jinxed With Minx podcast anywhere at Jinxed Minx Pod. Also, make sure you're checking out Jinxed With Minx every single week wherever you can listen to podcasts, as well as on YouTube for a full edited video version of the show. Now, without further ado, let's get back to more Jinxed with Minx. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here with CassParTheFriendlyGhost going over the Meet the Monsters promos for Dragula Titans. We're gonna get right into this next look, which I am so excited for this next performer, and I think this next look, I love everybody's, but this next promo I think is my favorite out of all the promos. It is Astrud Aurelia from season 4, and holy fuck. This is
crazy. I don't know what I'm looking at. In a good way. Like, in a good way. I'm like, is she a dragon? Is she a fish monster? Like, I think dragon, based on, like, the gauntlets. Like, they look like they have scales. But that could also be a fish. So, like, what am I looking at?
I know. Astrud hails from season 4. Pronouns she, her, they, them. I'm very excited to see Astrud here because season 4 was only a year ago. And the fact that Astrud is already back for more is so exciting. Because originally on season 4, her vibe was very, like, kind of like fashion rocker. But her vibe has now fully transformed, like, into full lizard drag, as she calls it. And I love it.
Okay, so this is a dragon then.
Yeah, it's very...
Dragon, lizard.
Dragon, lizard, warrior, lady, like, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's definitely got, like, a feeling of, like, a knight to it with the sword and,
sword,
and like, the waist and the sleeves and her nails, like those nail
yes, and just this
pieces that
headpiece,
she's wearing.
And just
this headpiece is giving.
With the contacts and everything, just with the yellow and the little black slit in the eye, just, ugh! Like, just, like, honestly, like, this might be TMI, but fuck me, honestly. Astrud, like, the hell.
I also love this chest moment we're having.
Yes! It's so good.
It's so interesting. And I'm like perplexed and I love it. And like, I can't, does it look like it's like barbed wire drawn on? Like what? Like kind of? Or is it just supposed to be like cuts?
Or something of that world,
I love it though.
Just...
And like, again, titties are such an important piece of horror. Like having just seen the Michael Myers.
See that is titties,
I'm so ready.
Titties.
I having just seen Halloween, the original, for the first time, like I was like, wow, there's like, and I've seen other horror movies, but it's just like, we love a perky titty in the horror genre. It's such like a piece of it. So the fact that like she did kind of that little like nod, wink, homage to the fact that titties are just everywhere when we're watching a horror movie. Like every first girl, you've seen the titties. I really like that. And I like that it's like in this very like serious, like malevolent, like just fucking fire look. We have this little tiny piece, and whether that was her intention or not, I assume it is, of just like, haha, you know, we all know horror movies, like, look at him titties. Like, it's just a really interesting way to like have it be a part of the look itself. Like, it's this, she's giving like lizard person, but that's the only part of her that we're really seeing that's like human.
It's just everything. And I'm really excited to see Astrud come back and really not necessarily redeem herself, because again, I strongly do not believe where you place or like your track record on one of these competitions like determines how good you are as a drag artist. And anybody who believes that, I like, all respect to you, but I think that is just such a like very odd take to have, because Astrud actually won the first challenge of season 4 and then went home the next week. I feel like Astrud has so much more to show, because she is the drag daughter of Dali, grand winner of season 4. Just, I feel like
love.
Astrud just really, I think Astrud has the stuff to go all the way. I thought she was going all the way on season 4. And just to see her back, just, I'm very, very, very excited, because especially, you know, as people get eliminated, they post their looks on the Instagrams and the socials and the whatnots. And just Astrud, like, the looks that she was bringing, just damn. And just like, I'm a huge follower on her Twitter, and just her personality is just amazing. Hoso, Terra, Toma is also on this season, so it's nice to see their little showmans continue from season 4. So yeah, I'm very excited to see Astrud. And while I love everyone, I think Astrud personally has my favorite promo, because just
this is by far my favorite as well.
It's so good. It's so good.
Incredible. It's just very creative and weird and dark, and like I love like everything about it. Like my eye just keeps like bouncing around on it, like of where like all the different textures and like the story that's in it. Like it's I know we're not tooting and booting, but it's a toot for me. So.
But next up, who we have, all the way from season 1, pronouns she, her, he, him, and the only person repping season 1 on Titans, we have the one, the only Melissa Befierce. And that's...
Yeah, well, she do be fierce.
I have an
alarm. Is that a duck?
I had an alarm going off for some reason. I don't know why. I set them just in case.
Yep.
I'm not taking any chances after the first time. But this look.
This is wild.
As you said, she do be fierce.
She do be fierce.
Because goddamn.
Like, it's giving me very like Catholic Mother Mary. And obviously there's a cross on her chest. I'm just noticing as I'm about to say this is the very like biblical, but like this is fascinating.
Yeah. Well, what's really fun about Melissa is, like, I completely also agree with the biblical references, because it's a continuation of her final floor show on season 1. Because what she did, I believe it was for, I forget which category it was for. I believe it was for her filth look. But what she fully did, she came out as a nun. She was tucked, but still, like, full frontal out. And this bitch literally fucked herself in the ass with a crucifix. And took it out and licked it. So
that is like, what is that movie? The Exorcist?
Does she do that in The
Like,
Exorcist?
Oh my God! In The Exorcist,
I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it. I know.
No,
I know. It's bad.
No, I'm not even upset. No, I'm not even mad about it. I don't know how I've only seen like this scene of it, but I was like, I'm done after this scene. Like that is literally a scene in The Exorcist. Like this girl is possessed and she's got a crucifix and she is just stabbing herself down south and saying, "Let Jesus fuck you." Like it's like I don't know what I guess my dad was watching it. Trauma.
Oh, God.
Because like I think I just like walked through the living room and was like, "What the F is happening here?" And then just like just was like saw that and was like, "You know what? I'm good," and like walked away.
Yeah.
So like I would assume that is what that is in reference to.
Yeah.
Is
Just
that
the nails,
so like
the nails
too like. And I love I'm always a fan of like an AB iridescent sequin or glitter moment. So like the dress is giving like a lot of like different tones as well, which is really like it's like I can't imagine the like the rhinestoning on all of that and the crown and the wrists and the shoes and the edging on the veil and like this is it's again like I said it's fascinating to look at.
I have no words. It's just like yes. This. I love this.
Yeah.
That's
like the
all
paint is really interesting. Like the little the tears, like I would assume are like little diamondy strand tears down her face. Like it's creating such an interesting thing. Like this is wild. This is a wild look and I love it.
Yeah, and since she's the only one from season 1, I'm really excited to kind of see how she adjusts to the new competition. Because if you look at from season 1 to where Dragula is production-wise and just where the show has gone now.
Shows have to kind of find their place, find their audience. And it's like this show had like for Dragula specifically, like the idea of a cult following is like, and that's a very like horror kind of thing as well as to have, it's like movies and shows like this do develop, they find their people. Yes. So like you see how things level up. But I think that's what's really fun. You may find yourself surprised by how someone has evolved and what their take on drag is now, years later, experience, post-pandemic, like,
even just pre-COVID and post-COVID, like, we are all different people and life is completely different.
My God, are we?
No matter how much it affected you, like, shit's changed. And I think I can speak for myself that I'm very happy that I'm finally now, like, I can say that it's, like, changing for the better. And just knowing you personally, I'm seeing that happen for you as well. So I hope that this happens for all these artists too, because like obviously like people are gonna have to go home and everything, but I just want like with this whole Titan season, it's just nice to like take a step back and just be like, bam, we're here now. Like it's so exciting and just like Dragula's changing the face of drag and just this is such a historic moment. Like Titans season 1, let's fucking go. But Melissa, so excited to have her back. This next look is so dumb and so stupid, and I love it. Coming all the way from season 2, it is Abhora. Pronouns he, him, they, them.
Cute.
This look.
This is insane. I don't know what this is. It's giving me like really, really like if Lord Farquaad from Shrek. Like just decided to start doing drag. That's what I feel right now with the face and the hair.
What it's very
specific. It's also giving Pinocchio for some reason.
So they edited out for the actual promo picture, but so the way Abhora did this is that he had the legs, but then in the back they were just like on their knees like and just like a brown sack like behind it. But they edited out like it for the promo, and then we have this, which I think is like sure, love it, great, do what you need to do to give us something like this, because I don't know what it is, but I love it.
It's the little hands,
yes,
too,
and the little wooden
the balloon.
feet,
like I love those little hands,
and just it's like a furry lollipop almost. It's like, is it made out of wood or fur? I can't even tell.
This is, I mean, I hate dolls. I'm not a fan.
Have you seen the trailer for that new Megan movie?
No.
Oh my God, I need to show you.
Dolls in it. No, I don't want to see it.
Oh my God, no, because there's like a scene where like she's like dancing and like she does like, and just gay Twitter found it and it is a new meme and everything, and
sure,
Megan is coming for Annabelle's crown, and I need a Freddy versus Jason moment with the two of them. I know the Megan and Chucky count are beefing on Twitter, but I need You know what? Fine. Bring in Chucky, Megan, and Annabelle. Let's fucking go. And Abhora. Bring in Abhora.
Yeah, absolutely. With this look and that large ass lollipop, like I don't care what it is, like she's gonna slay somebody.
When I first saw this, because when I heard that the promos dropped, I was half asleep because Cliff knocked on the door and he's like, Nathaniel, the promos are out! And I was like, oh my god, thank you. Just half asleep.
And now I go back to sleep. I don't care. But
and take a nap here.
But take a nap here.
Good night. What instantly popped into my head when I saw this look was like the berries and cream, like the I'm a little lad thing. That's what I hate that video so much, but you can't deny that this is exactly what that is. I hate that video so much.
No. Oh. Yeah, this is a wild combination of things.
Yeah, and
I don't know how to feel. I'm confused and angry and scared.
I don't know what I'm feeling, but it all leads to this is so stupid, but I fucking love this.
But see, horror is about camp. Like there is an element of campiness to it. Like so this look is so campy, and it's like you've got like the witch in the woods with like the nose and the big hat and the frilly thing on the top, and then you've got Chucky, you've got Annabelle, like you've got like it's just I'm uncomfortable in like a good way though. Like it's just very campy, and like the legs look very like wooden, and it's giving a doll that's come to kill you. And the little hands are also like, I love that. Like, I love that we see shape of like his arms, and then you have those tiny ass hands.
Yes. And I'm very excited to see them back on our screens, because in season 2, it seems like Abhora very much got in their head a little bit throughout the season. And then by the time that they made it to top 4, it was just kind of a little too late that like it just unfortunately Abhora just missed the finale. But it really seems like
that happens though.
Yeah, like, and none of us can even critique that or pretend to know until we actually do one of these things, because it's
and the other thing that I think people forget about shows like the Boulet Brothers is that like we're seeing this as a once a week situation with time and life in between. They don't shoot it like that.
No,
they don't shoot. No one has that kind of time. Yeah, it's literally like these folks are filming like the challenges in the morning, and then they're painting in the afternoon, and then they're doing. It's like the level of drag that is expected at this point, whether that is from Titans, the show itself, from the audience, the amount of work that went into preparing for it and then having to execute it on this insanely tight timeline for production. Like it is, everybody like makes that, they got in their head. I'd be in my head too after 15 straight days. And again, when you're in a room with, 10 other people or however many are on the season.
And 9 other Titans, like.
Like 9 other Titans, and then and all of them, everyone is there for blood.
Yes.
And everybody has brought their A game. Like the pressure is on. So like even just being willing to come into that space and give it your all, regardless of the mind fuck that comes along with it, is just like something to be commended. And like I hate when I follow a queen and I see people shitting on them about stuff like on Instagram or whatever. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You didn't do it.
Exactly.
Okay, you did not put yourself like that. Was 6 months of prep, and then however many days that they shot. Like you don't know. Like that was their life stopped. All they were doing was Dragula, or all they were doing was Drag Race.
And like most of the time we see these seasons come out, like it was filmed almost a year ago. How much has happened between then? Like, but I really am excited to see Abhora again. Because really from the Meet the Monsters, it seems like Abhora just really has a clear head now and is just really focused on the competition. Not like hyper-focused, but just like, Abhora is ready. And I'm very excited. This next look, when I said titties, bitch.
Yes, titties.
Titties. It is the icon Koco Caine from Dragula Season 4. Pronouns they, them. Koco. Legend.
This is
icon.
This is incredible.
Just Koco, like, when I think of Koco, I just think, like, and in the best way possible, like, I just think titties. Because every time we see Koco, the breastplate is just so much bigger. Every single time. And,
honestly, level up.
Well,
go off.
Well, Koco, was very much eliminated before their time on season 4. That they lasted to episode 3. Koco, hands down, won the season 4 reunion. I literally have no words when it comes to Koco. Just, I fucking love Koco.
Yeah, this is such a, like, this is a mood.
Koco just let those bitches have it. Like, I don't have it with me, but otherwise I would have worn it today. But, like, one person in the season 4 reunion to Koco was like, "You're messy and you're fake too," and Koco just goes, "I'll be that." And then made a whole shirt out of it.
My God, go off.
And everything. It just, icon. Legend. Koco just...
I think that's like, honestly good for them.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think it's something that, like, again, most of my experiences with watching Drag Race, so I use it a lot as, like, frame of reference. But, like, there is kind of this, like, shade at people who are messy. You know, it's like the mess makes for great television, but, like, people don't want to be a mess. You know what I mean? Or people think that being a mess is a problem. And I would just like to point out to the world, to the millions of listeners today, that, like, being a mess is okay. Like, pretending you're not a mess doesn't fucking serve you. Like, it doesn't help you grow as a person. Like, there is something very powerful about embracing your messiness. Like, I love to walk around and be like, I am a trash fire, but I'm like a glittery, iridescent rainbow trash fire.
I'm a mess, but I'm a hot mess. Like,
yeah. And, like, I don't think that, like, sure, the mess invites a lot of things that are, like, counterproductive in as well. But I think that there is power in the knowledge of being a mess.
Yes.
And if Koco is like, yes, I will be that, then, like, be it. And I love that, like, it looks like from what I'm seeing in the reveal, like, they are embracing the mess, like, covering themselves in blood. Like, it's still giving you Carrie. It's still giving you 80s jazzercise class. Like, the shoes are everything.
Yes.
Like, the padding is incredible. The waist is nipped. The jacket, like, it is body, like,
and
all day.
People usually get so much shit for, like, wearing, like, oh, well, it's just a bodysuit or anything. But if you're going to do a bodysuit, do it like this, bitch. Because
this is... it is, like, again, we've got 80s horror titties out here. You've got this big afro, like, this celebration of, like, black hair as well. That's really, like, beautiful and powerful and strong. And then, like, it's got the horror. It's got Carrie. You know, we've got this cropped jacket that's very 80s as well. Like,
I want to get a jacket like this. I've been looking for one on, like, I've mostly been looking on Amazon and I can't find anything.
Listen, I'm going to get this sewing machine out and start figuring stuff out. And if she can learn how to do a pattern, I will make you a jacket.
Well, thank you, because I have a music video in December.
Oh, well, I don't know if I'm going to make it by then, but, like, we'll see what happens.
But, yeah.
This is, like, this is incredible. Like, I like, listen,
in, like, the season 4 promo was like, "Hi, I'm Koco Caine, ex-zombie stripper, now zombie hooker." Or, I forget, like, former zombie hooker, now zombie stripper. I forget which way that they said it, but just, that's a vibe. And, like, Koco, like, the way that they spoke throughout the season, the reunion, and, like, the way that Koco's Twitter is also amazing. Like, I need Koco to be my motivational speaker. Like, every time I see Koco pop up on my timeline, they know exactly what to say, and they're one of those people that when you see them, like, on your screen, or just, like, doing what they do best, it's just like, Koco, and you just feel good. And it just makes you feel like a bad bitch at the same time, just watching them do what they do. But
I love it. Yeah, they're great. Fucking fire.
I'm ready. But next up, we have Hoso, Terra, Toma from Dragula Season 4. Pronouns she, her, they, them. And this look is everything.
Intricate.
And what's so funny is that Hoso's literally, like, they chose the exact same pose that Hoso made on their season 4 promo. But hey, that's totally fine.
Like, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Nobody does drag like Hoso, and the promo pose is just one way that Hoso shows that. But this look is everything.
Is super cool.
This, like, just fur, like, I love how it's kind of hidden in all the fur, but, like, just, like, the leash and everything, like, it's almost like...
Yes, I was just gonna say that. I'm like, give me some bondage in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just the claws
No, I
and
like
everything.
this. I like this like purple croc kind of texture to it. Like the fur placement is really interesting and like how it's only like half the body, but then it's also like on this other leg, like the cloven hoof situation that's happening with the shoes. Like this is interesting.
Yeah.
And I love the face. Like
Yeah.
the paint on the face and the blue teeth. Like it's giving. It's giving. I love it.
I had the lovely pleasure of actually not only seeing Hoso perform, but actually meeting her when I went to the season 4 tour. Yeah, I went to the season 4 tour, and the YouTube video is coming soon. I remember I walked up, and all 4 of them were just dying about something, just laughing. And Hoso was like, "I'm sorry, can you just give us a second?" I was like, "Yes, of course, take your time." And it was short and sweet, but just Hoso, just another, like, this entire cast, when I see them, I'm just like, I love you all. I'm so excited to see you on my screens again. Because just Hoso is one of the youngest Dragula contestants ever. And a main critique that they got on season 4 was, like, behind the scenes stuff. Because what I love what Dragula takes into account is not just how you're doing in the competition, but also how you treat the people behind the scenes. Like, your professionalism. Because, like, Dragula, like, they're looking for someone to especially represent the brand and, like, take on tours. And I feel like Hoso got a lot of experience really quick, because Hoso did season 4, did the season 4 UK tour, then the season 4 US tour, and then they literally filmed Titans right after. So Hoso has been living, breathing Dragula for almost 2 years now. Which, like,
so that to me says that, like, behind the scenes, like, a good queen. Yeah.
Yeah, and Hoso's had a lot of growth, and like I've heard a lot of people, because the Boulets revealed this on their podcast, so it's not a spoiler. I don't know any of the spoilers for the season going in. But they said that there's someone who actually seems to quit the competition at some point. And I've heard a lot.
Wild.
Well, I've heard a lot of people say, like, it's gonna be Hoso because they've, like, been doing Dragula nonstop, that they're tired now. And, like, I don't think so, because, like, I honestly, like, whoever doesn't, if someone does leave the competition in that way this season, like, do what's best for your mental health. No judgment here. It is all good. Because Hoso is also a cancer survivor and everything, and on their season, they really opened up about their journey with that. And, like, Hoso's like, I have a second shot at life. I'm not taking it for granted, and I'm not wasting it. So, like, I feel like Hoso can take on, like, the go-go-go-ness, because Dragula is that way anyways, but especially doing Dragula, like, nonstop for over a year.
I mean, like, the only piece of that I would think would be hard would be developing an entire season's worth of looks on the road.
Especially on the financial side, too. Because
on the financial side.
But,
yeah, and just, like, the time, because, like, this is not a like, this is just the promo look. And, like, this look is intricate and intense and very, like, pointed and specific. So it's, like, if it's this for the promo and they have 10 looks, you know, for the season or however many there are to get to that last episode, 10. Like...
I believe they haven't revealed how many episodes Titans is, but every single season of Dragula, except for season 1, has been 10, so I'm assuming we have 10. And I really hope that we have 10 episodes, because A, I just want more Dragula, but also... I booked guests for this show for all 10 episodes, so I really hope that we're able to get... I really hope there's 10!
But yeah, like, that's the only situation where I could see them being the one that left, you know, is just, like, being tired and being overwhelmed from having to do all of that. But the second shot at life piece of it, like, definitely says, oh, maybe not then.
Yeah.
Like, it might be somebody else who can't hang.
Yeah, and Hoso was so close to winning season 4 that, like...
Yeah, and so, like, Hoso might just be like, you know what? I'm coming. I'm hungry. I'm ready. Like, I'm going to do... Like, nothing is going to stop me from getting top spot.
Yes, but next up we have the 4th person from season 2. We have the one, the only, Erika Klash. Pronouns she, her, they, them. I'm so excited to see Erika on my screen again. I'm excited to see everyone. I know I've said that like 800 times. Erika is also a streamer on Twitch.
Cute.
I lurk in Erika's chat a lot just because they usually stream at a time where I'm getting ready in the morning, so I don't have time to like type away super much, but I'm a serial lurker in Erika's stream, and I love her so much. She is so sweet, and while On season 2, as Dragula says, drag is art and art is subjective, but Erika kind of had a little bit of a tough time, like, getting the references and where Erika's, like, where their drag comes from to get it to kind of play to the judges into what Dragula is mainly looking for when it comes to filth, horror, and glamour. But I really feel like Erika's done really well in taking the time since season 2 to really put that work in to be ready for this. Because Erika is the extermination challenge person. Erika has done 4 extermination challenges. Like, and while Erika was unfortunately in the bottom for most of her season, every single time just went in with a personality, I'd be like, I'm gonna do this, let's fucking go. Like, she wasn't like, I'm going home and I love you guys so much and I'll see you later. Like, it was very much just like, I'm here to fucking prove it, I'm here to fight. And every time Erika went into the exterminations with that, and even when Erika got exterminated, she went kicking and screaming. And I think that is the best way to go out.
Yeah.
Just, so good. And her aesthetic now that she quotes is, like she said, how I would describe my drag now is I am like the virus that's here to fuck up your cartridge. Because she comes very much from, like, a video game aesthetic and everything. And I just think that's the perfect way to put that in a Dragula.
Yeah, and, like, this outfit, it, like, doesn't go together and does at the same time. Like, I am perplexed looking at it, like, because, like, the color scheme is very, like, specific. But then, like, the boots kind of have, like, little bits of the outfit
I love the way that she brushed and colored those boots. So good.
Yeah, like it looks like grungy baby doll. I'm living for this mask.
Yes, when she took it off and like Meet the Monsters, like the little video they did. The lighting was dark because of course it's Dragula, but Erika like fully like the yellow makeup was all like glow in the dark and everything. So she had the mask and then just takes it off and then like reaches out her claws and the nails are all glow in the dark too, and it's just like bam.
I think when you were describing it, I was trying to figure out like where it comes from and the idea of a video game virus. Like it's giving me a little bit of like Wreck-It Ralph in the hair.
Yes.
You know, like the little girl from Wreck-It Ralph. It's like giving me that, and I'm like, aha, now I know what this is. And like I love it. Like it's visually like so interesting to look at, and I love the skulls on the dress, and it's got like a little bit of that filth kind of element in it because the dress looks really like dirty, but it's still like it's got this nice pop of pink. You've got this very cutesy hearts and like frilly skirt, and then you've got these insane shoes and like the little bracelets, and the nails are so fun. Like I love the idea of her being like a little doll. Yeah. Like, but she's like a doll that's like extremely fucked up on the inside.
And it's very nice to see Erika and Yovksa repping hashtag Team Twitch for this season.
Yes, Team Twitch.
Yes, those are our titans. I'm very, very excited. I'm almost going into the season with like no expectations because I know like we're gonna be okay. Like I'm not nervous for this season at all. I'm just ready to see a fucking war of the best drag that we have ever seen. I'm ready for the ride. Like, I'm not nervous about, like, in the season, like, not being, like, quote-unquote good in any way. Like, I'm just ready. I'm excited. They've been building to this for years. I think it's going to
be really fun.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really fun season. I, like, full disclosure, have never seen an episode in its entirety. So I am actually going to, like, watch this season. So this will be, like, my first, like, full actual watch through week by week of Dragula.
Yeah, it's going to be great. But that is going to do it today for us on our very first episode ever of Jinxed with Minx. And I can't believe I just said that out loud. Yay! I want to thank you all so much for joining us. And I also want to say a huge thank you to Cass for joining us today, because it was a journey to get to this point, to say the least. That will stay between. I know we got
here. That's all that matters.
That will stay between us, or will be revealed at a later date. But it was a journey, and just Cass, I'm so happy to have you here, and I want to take a second, like I'm so fucking proud of you. I love you. I'm especially lately. I've been very grateful for all my friends. Like I always am, but I've been very sappy in a way, just like being like, I have like all these beautiful people in my life, and just you're a huge part of that. I look up to you so much. You're a huge reason as to why Minx and I have become what we are, and the monstrosities that we are unleashing upon the world. And just I'm very grateful.
Happy I can inspire you to that level of greatness.
And just I fucking love you, and just I really appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy schedule to be a part of this. But I couldn't have asked for anyone better to be here. And just
of course, I'm happy to help you kick it off.
But for everyone, where can we find you? What are you up to? What do you want to self-promo? The floor is yours for whatever you would like to share.
Oh, goodness. Well, I do stream on a little app called Koco Caine, so that's where I spend the majority of my time. But I am going to be coming back to Twitch in November to do some charity streams with some of my very nearest and dearest Twitch friends, the Bays. Yes. So we will have a charity stream going in November. We're going to do a Just Dance stream. Which should
Dance by Daylight's coming.
Yeah, Dance by Daylight is coming. But I'm pretty much everywhere on socials that I actually post regularly. I am CassParTheFriendlyGhost. On Twitter, I am just CassParTheGhost because Twitter is a hoe and won't let me have the long handle. The handle is too long anyway, but I'm not keeping it because it's on brand. So that's pretty much it. I'm in a burlesque show right now that's going to run through November. That's all. It's called Alice in Burtonland. And yeah, I'm around. I'm just vibing very busily on a million different things, most of which I cannot talk about because of NDAs, but I'm around.
That was it. Thank you so much.
Yay.
And just,
you're welcome.
Just thank you.
Cute. I love you. I'm gonna go play some Fortnite.
Have fun. Bye.
You will. Bye.
Alrighty, everyone. So that was gonna do it for us today on our very first episode. I know I'm freaking out that I keep saying that, but I'm so excited, and just I'm so ready for this season. It's gonna be amazing. Remember to join us every single Saturday as we cover the Boulet Brothers Dragula Titans. And make sure you check out Jinxed With Minx on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you can listen and get all your podcast needs. You can listen to the show while you're driving to work, at the gym, all those fun things. But also remember that we have a full video version of the show on YouTube. You get to see my face, you get to see cool editing, you get to see the the guest host lovely faces. Cass did not have her camera on today, but that is all good. If you're also watching the video version, you'll see what I used to substitute for Cass's camera, and it's quite glorious. So make sure you check us out on YouTube. But that is gonna do it for our show today. As I always say, film and fandom forever, and consider yourself jinxed with Minx. Bye!